Okay, hello Algebra 2 students. I hope that you are ready to have a good day in Algebra 2, that your phones are put away, and you have your notebooks and your pens, and we're going to write some notes and practice together. So today we are going to be talking about the roots of a polynomial. So this word roots has other words that mean the same thing. So the roots of a polynomial is also called the zeros of the polynomial, and that's also called the x-intercepts. So the roots, the zeros, and the x-intercepts, those are all the same things. So if I have a polynomial like x squared plus 8x plus 12, I want to factor this polynomial. You guys know this part. So we'll factor this. X times x. We'll need the factors of 12. 1 times 12, or 2 times 6, or 3 times 4. But since we need to get an 8x in the middle, it will be x plus 2 times x plus 6. Now if we want to find the roots or the zeros of the x-intercepts of this polynomial, that means we set this polynomial equal to 0. And if these two things multiply, because see the parentheses right here, we're doing multiplication, and make 0, that means one of the two parentheses has to equal 0. So x plus 2 is equal to 0, or x plus 6 is equal to 0. And then we solve each of these little equations. Here we subtract 2 from both sides. X is equal to negative 2. Here we subtract 6 from both sides, and x is equal to negative 6. So this negative 2 and this negative 6, these are named the roots of the polynomial. They're also named the zeros of the polynomial. And that means that the x-intercepts are going to be at the point negative 2, 0 and negative 6, 0. So this graph, see the 2, that means that this graph is going to be a parabola, but these x-intercepts tell me where my graph is going to cross the x-axis. So that means come over here to negative 6 and negative 2, and that is where my graph is going to cross the x-axis. And so I know that my parabola is going to go like this. And so these 2 points, those are my x-intercepts. And that's the same thing as the zeros and the same thing as the roots. All right, so let's do a few. but I'm going to give you the polynomial already in factored form. So what if our polynomial is x times x minus 5? And I say to find the roots, or find the zeros. So we take this polynomial and we set it equal to 0. So then that means this first factor x is equal to 0, or this x minus 5 is equal to 0. And if this x minus 5 is equal to 0, then I add 5 on both sides, and x is equal to 5. So when I say what are the roots, these are the roots. And so when you do your IXL lesson and it says type in the roots, you would type a 0, comma, and then you type a 5. These are the two roots of this polynomial. Alright, let's do one more together. Suppose I had x plus 3 times x minus 4 times 2x minus 1. And it said, what are the roots of the polynomial? So we would set this equal to 0. So then x plus 3 equals 0. X minus 4 equals 0. 2x minus 1 equals 0. Then we solve each little equation. Minus 3, so x equals negative 3. On this equation, we add 4 and we add 4, so x equals 4. Okay, now in this equation, we have to do more steps. We have to add 1 on both sides, so 2x equals 1. But then we have to divide by 2. So x equals 1/2. So our three roots are negative 3, 4, and 1/2. Alright. In just a minute, when the video ends, if some people do not understand and you do understand, talk a little bit about the examples so that everybody understands. And then you're going to work on IXL. And if you want to get the whiteboards and the markers and the erasers to do your work, that's fine. Or if you want to do your work on paper, that's fine. But you're going to do IXL and you're going to try and get your SMART score to get to 90. I hope you guys have a great spring break.